Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Just finishing up the weekend here, and I thought I would come to you with a little video before I get started on my week. How's y'all's weekend going? Man, this was another spectacular weekend. Was lazy, got sun both days, so I'm dosed up on my vitamin D. I should be stocked up for my trip to the States in 10 days. What else? Oh, I ate a lot of good stuff. Mango ice cream for breakfast, a couple of big smoothies today, all packed with greens and chia seeds and hemp seeds. Chia seeds in one, hemp in the other. And it's just been a good day. Took a nice long walk through town, went to the market, bought some stuff, and I'm back to chill out for the weekend. So this is one today. Just going to be a few practical tips, 5 easy tips for the raw vegan lifestyle. The number one tip, in my humble opinion, is you've got to eat enough. You've got to eat enough from day one. You've got to start eating as soon as you get into this lifestyle. It might be counterintuitive for you because, you know, more and more I think I'm talking to people like, I don't know if it's a majority, I think it's a majority, maybe a large majority of people that are coming to this lifestyle are people that are coming to lose weight, or at least they have done that with eating programs in the past. They've tried to lose weight. Just as I have, just as most people have. So in the beginning it can be counterintuitive just to eat as much as you want. Eat as much as you want, eat all the time, never get hungry, always be full. Because if you don't eat enough food, I'm going to guarantee you're not going to succeed. Now you probably will figure it out. You'll make that mistake of not eating enough food. You'll have problems from it. You'll fall off the wagon because you're not eating enough food and you get frustrated, and that's when those cravings slip in, is when you're hungry, and your body just won't operate if you're not getting adequate calories in the day. I mean, you know, when I first got into this lifestyle, I've mentioned many times, I was restricting, but I wasn't trying to restrict. I just thought that was the way you got healthier, and my stomach shrunk little by little until I got to a low of 143 pounds, looked like a crackhead. I couldn't even stand up. Every time I stood up like this, I had to steady myself because I got head rushes and I was about to fall down. So you've got to eat enough food. And even though some people do this and some people can be successful, I don't think you want to start this lifestyle with some sort of a fast or some sort of an extreme program. Some people like the thought of like, oh, well, I'm going to do a long juice fast and that will introduce me to it. I don't think so. I don't think most people are ready to do that. The best advice I can give you, eat plenty of food, eat a lot of food, and you know, just that could almost be the only thing you concentrate on for a month or two. Is just don't worry about anything else. Just worry about getting in enough good, whole, plant-based food. Number 2, I would have to say, is you need to prepare your environment. Now, what do I mean by preparing your environment? As much as possible, you need to keep things around the house all the time that you can go to if you get hungry, and you need to jump on them immediately. Plenty of bananas, if you're new to this especially, keep some dates around for when you get that sweet tooth. But you've got to have a lot of good, healthy options sitting around, close, at hand. And on the other side, get rid of all the garbage. You know, don't have those temptations around the house. Even things that are okay for us in moderation. In the beginning, you might not want to keep around the house, like nuts. Like some people have a problem with nuts. I don't keep large amounts of nuts around the house because I even tend to, those nuts are over there. So, you know, try to and then definitely the snacks, you know, anything bad, get rid of that out of the house. Now, I'm aware, you know, some of you out there live in households where there's people in your household that aren't living this lifestyle. So you got to do what you got to do. You got to coexist with people. But if you can't totally get rid of all that stuff, and there are people in your house, so there is going to be temptations around, you just have to flip that switch in your head and say, I don't eat those things. I'm going to visit my mom's. She has things, you know, she has things in her house that I don't eat. I ain't going to touch. But just because they're there, I don't eat them. It's just like those are off the menu. It's like there's certain things that you're just going to have to do it. You know, it is about a little bit of resilience, about having a little bit of discipline and just saying no. There were certain things, like I told you, from day one, I just took off the menu. I don't give a shit what my cravings say, so don't give me these food addictions, I've got cravings, whatever. There were certain things that were off the table. Pizza, wasn't going to be eating no pizzas anymore. I might eat something bad. I might eat some olive oil. I might eat too many nuts. Wasn't going to eat pizza. Wasn't going to eat potato chips. Wasn't going to eat cookies. Wasn't going to eat these little garbage processed snacks around. Just wasn't going to happen. And like I say, I had struggles with certain things, but there were certain things that I deemed poison from day one, and they were just off the menu. So if you do have to, if you are living in a household where there are, you know, unhealthy things around, just block them off in your mind. Let's see. Don't rush through your transition. That's number 3. Don't rush through your transition. Each person has to work through at their own pace, and don't move forward until you think that you're ready to move forward. I'm really becoming aware of this process by this progressive bodyweight training program I'm doing, Convict Conditioning. And I've only moved on to level 2 of the progressions. There's 10 progressions on each exercise, and I'm only on number 2. And it's very important, and I've read the principles behind this, it's very important to get your base solid before you move on to another level. It's the same way with transitioning. You want to get your feet under you. I know you're anxious, and sometimes I think there's a lot of groups and there's a lot of people out there that they have a lot of good stuff to share, but you're taking a wrong lesson from them. They've been doing this a lot longer than you have. They've probably had their own trials and tribulations. They've probably had all their own struggles. You're just seeing where they are now, and you want to get there. You want to get there quickly, but you have to do a proper transition, or you're always going to be stepping back. I see people all the time that are eating, that maybe even every once in a while will kind of throw out a barb and criticize something I'm eating, and then they fall and they eat chips or whatever. Why? Because they're not ready for the stage they're at. They're trying to jump steps in the transition. They haven't transitioned properly, and when you don't transition properly and you don't gradually wean this stuff out and gradually get cleaner, 9 out of 10 times you're going to fall and you're going to go back. Whereas if you'd have had the patience and just slowly worked your way through that transition, you would have been on more solid ground. Number 4. This one I'll explain a little bit more. I do have my list down here. You guys, I'm not trying to fool you by just looking down. I don't have my reading glasses, and it's easier to keep it at a little bit of a distance. You know, I have to have my notes to keep myself, keep my mind about me. Have a balance between listening to your body and studying information about the diet and the lifestyle. Now, humans are lazy. We have lazy brains, and I think people like to see things in black and white. And I've seen various videos on this. I've seen videos where people just go hog wild about, you know, trust your body, listen to your body, trust your intuition. And I've seen the people on the other side that just want to argue with those, and they're like, no, that's ridiculous. You can't just listen to your body. That's a flawed approach. Black, white. There's more than 50 shades of gray in between. And I live in the gray. I mean, there's a lot of gray in there. I totally agree. In the beginning, when you come to this lifestyle, you can't rely as heavily on your body. That's the time when you're kind of in training. You're training yourself to listen to the signs. You're training yourself to observe your body and how it's responding to what you're eating. But in the beginning, no, you can't totally listen to your body because you don't have any point of reference to go on. So in the beginning, it is more intensive on studying, learning, and getting more information about this lifestyle. And as you learn more information and as you apply the knowledge that you're learning, your body becomes more aware of this. It sees what works. You know, you try this, it doesn't seem to work. You try this, you're feeling good. You see yourself either feeling better, you see yourself feeling worse. You see certain things that set you back, but you see what I'm getting at. As you move on, you can come to rely more and more on that intuition. But I would say it's always going to be a balance. Even down the road, you can't rely 100%. You still always have to be educating yourself. But you do want to train your body, and you want to come to a point where your body can be a very good judge in and of itself for what you're taking into it. And the last one that I've got down here is you've got to learn some recipes. You've got to learn some good, easy, tasty recipes. And I would say you have to learn, I would recommend that you learn 2 types of recipes. Although they're not saying they can't be, they're mutually exclusive, but you've got to have easy recipes. You've got to have recipes, especially salad dressings, you've got to have recipes that you can whip up, bam, like that, boom. put on a salad. No fuss, no muss, not a bunch of complicated ingredients, not a bunch of complicated stuff. You need some good recipes that you can whip up just without thinking about it. But you also need some special recipes. You need some recipes that are really tasty. You need some recipes that you really enjoy. Not something that you're just doing because, oh, this is healthy for me, but something that you actually look forward to. Now, I'm having green soup tonight, and I have this all the time. Green soup, my green soup is one that I enjoy so much. I mean, I'm literally licking my chops, you know, when it starts getting close to dinner and I know I'm about to have my soup soon. But whatever it is, you need, and you know, if you have some old favorites out there, some things that you just really liked from the SAD world, the Standard American Diet world, look online. Try to find some recipes that mimic this. There's mock versions of a lot of things out there. You get mock tacos, mock burgers, mock pizzas, mock everything. Try to keep your fat down. But, you know, have some good recipes, even if they're a little bit higher in the fat, even if these would be your splurge recipes. You have to have some things that are really tasty to you, that you really enjoy, or this lifestyle won't stick for you. Now, as you get cleaner and cleaner, and as you do this lifestyle longer and longer, your palate's going to clean out. Your tastes are going to change, and, you know, I don't know how long it'll be for you, 6 months, 8 months, a year down the road. A lot of the simple, basic stuff you're eating now is just going to explode in your mouth. You know, just like today, I had some celery I brought home from the market, and I smell celery so strong. It just still freaks me out. I mean, used to I didn't smell celery. I would hardly taste celery, but now it's just like, it's a whole different ballgame. So eventually, yeah, just the easiest things in the world. Like, you know, I did a salad last week. I don't think I said anything about it on here. I think it was on Instagram. But the most basic salad in the world, just a little bit of lemon juice, lime juice, and apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of mashed avocado in there. It was just so good. But, you know, have yourself some really hearty recipes that are going to keep you happy while you're doing this. And I don't know, there's a ton of them out there. In fact, I even think I didn't go back through all my videos, but I think I did one with steps for success before on this lifestyle, and hopefully I don't remember doing these particular ones, but there's a number out there. I mean, there's a lot of little things you can use, but I think these are 5 tips that if you keep those in mind, that they will help you a little bit on your path. And you know, just enjoy it. Don't make I mean, sometimes, and it's like, you know, I don't want to contradict myself, because I like using every trick in your arsenal. I like keeping food journals. I like people, you know, I'm even talking to some people today that are talking about apps for tracking their calories. Personally, I don't track my calories, probably because, number one, I'm too lazy. I've gotten pretty decent at guesstimating, you know, between my bananas, my mangoes, the little bit of fat and nuts I get in there. I would say I have a pretty good rough idea of the calories I take in per day, but you know, sometimes you just have fun. This is a fun lifestyle, especially for me, and I think I'm doing okay on it. But I don't get all serious, and you know, I eat. I'm like a big dumb monkey. I eat lots of bananas and mangoes, and I seem to be doing okay on it. So what I'm getting at is, use these little tricks. Use your food journal. Use chronometer or whatever that one is. Use whatever you got to do, but also just keep it simple. The simpler you can keep it, and just enjoy it. Don't make it like all the other diets in the past, you know, where you're constantly overthinking things and measuring things out. I know some people need to do that. I'm not making fun of it, but measuring, oh my God. That's torture to me. I'm just not a measuring type person. But anyway, you do what you do. Like, and you may have your own tricks. Do whatever works for you. I mean, I think these are some good solid tips, but you know, you are you. And one thing I always say about my body is there's a lot of people. There's probably 99% of the people out there know more than I do. But what they don't know more about, they don't know more about my body, they don't know about me, they don't know about my psychological makeup, they don't know how I think, and I don't know that about you. You're the expert on that. So use whatever tricks and tips you got to do to keep you on your path, whether it be raw vegan, raw before, starch solution, just high carb vegan, just eating a whole whole food, plant-based diet. Anyhow, I hope your weekend was as good as mine. Hope you had a little bit of fun. Hope you're ready to go back to work. I'm ready to go back to work. Work's not that bad. I'll be shooting some surf video, meeting some new people tomorrow. We always have new people on Monday, so it's a never-ending merry-go-round where I work. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a wonderful upcoming week. And thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of nice people out there making comments, and I really, I think you probably don't know. Like I say, I spend a lot of time by myself, and I enjoy interacting with you people, you guys, all of you in the comments, a lot more than you'll ever know. So thanks for those, and keep them coming. Love each and every one of you. Peace.